Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so we are back again with the next weekly reading. We are of course looking at the dates of September 9th through to the 15th. And so one of the big little why did I say big little? One of the sort of major things that we have happening in this week is, of course, the full moon on the 14th in the sign of Pisces, and that will be the harvest moon. And so, you know, Pisces definitely feels super at home in the full moon. That's, you know, a very Piscean kind of energy anyway. So definitely for everybody who is a water sign, and specifically at Pisces, this is going to be a very powerful full moon, especially on the pull of emotions. And that's really going to be affecting everybody, I feel like. And so definitely with the oracle cards that I'll get into later on in the video for each pile, I did focus a little bit more on sort of healing and, you know, working on, you know, a lot of kind of the self-work, because I feel like this full moon is definitely going to bring up a lot to do with that, since it is so heavy on emotions. So working through certain emotions, maybe specific things are going to come up in this week and in regards to that full moon that might, you know, stir emotional things within everybody. But with that said, let's go ahead now and jump into the collective cards that I pulled in regards to this week of September 9th through the 15th. And so the tarot cards I pulled are the 10 of Swords, Judgment, and then we also have the King of Pentacles. I also wanted to mention, because I felt drawn to look at the bottom of the deck when I shuffled these, we also have the Sun card. So definitely I feel like overall this week is going to be a really good week for everybody, especially, you know, something with, like, you know, seeing the 10 of Swords there might seem kind of scary, because usually the 10 of Swords, it's an ending, and a lot of times it could be a very uncomfortable ending, because it's, I mean, just look at the image, being kind of stabbed with all these swords. It's like finally coming to the realization that whatever maybe we've been struggling with, it's just no longer worth the fight. It is a losing battle. And so just to give it up, surrender and release. And through that surrender and release of whatever this may be, you step into the Judgment. And so with Judgment, that is the energy, it's related to Pluto, so it's like a Scorpio energy, which relates back to the Death card. And both of the Death card, I feel like, and Judgment have kind of a similar feel because of that, because Judgment is all about arising again, listening to the call, and finally taking those last steps in, you know, the Fool's Journey, which is the major arcana. And by doing that, then we get the King of Pentacles, which is just a super abundant card to receive here. It means, you know, good finances, good material security in this week. I feel like everybody's going to be working very hard, and it's going to pay off in great ways by putting in the work and really striving to stay positive and abundant, you know, moving away from, again, the lack mindset here. And then of course with that Sun as the overall underlying energy here for this week, again, it's joy, it's prosperity. So even if maybe there's a point where you feel like, oh my God, this thing is ending in my life, or whatever this might, 10 of Swords might represent for you. Maybe this is just even a mindset, because it's that air energy. It's going to lead to so many great things with the Sun. It's prosperity, again, abundance, it's celebration. It's just everything positive right here with the Sun card. I definitely feel like the Sun card and the King of Pentacles here, it's a really, really good sign for this overall week. So with that said, let's go ahead and now move these cards aside and talk about the piles to get a more specific outlook onto your week. And so for the piles, we have pile 1 here with this mermaid pendant. And then for pile 2, we have this unicorn pendant. And then finally for pile 3, we have the wolf moon pendant. So definitely I would recommend, normally I'd say if you're drawn to more than one pile, definitely go ahead and listen to all those piles, and that still applies here. But For each one of these piles, I did include a special extra message that is unique just to each one of these piles. So I would definitely recommend sticking with a stronger feeling for one of these piles, just so that you can get the clearest possible message for you in regards to this week. But again, if you're attracted to more than one, definitely go ahead and listen to as many as you want. If you want to listen to all three, go ahead. Just take whatever resonates and applies to you and what you feel resonates. That is what is most important, and that's how these pick a cards work. It's one part me reading the cards for you and what I feel coming off the energy wise, and then you guys doing the other half of applying your own intuition and what you feel applies the best to you. That's definitely how, this works. So go ahead and select your pile, and I'll see you with your selection. All right, for those of you who picked pile 1 with the mermaid charm, let's go ahead and start off as always by shuffling and finding your overall sort of outlook, kind of tarot energy for this week of September 9th through the 15th. So what is the most important message? Ooh, we got quite the flipper right there for you guys. Oh my God, everything's just exploding. There's messages of glory here for you guys. Alrighty, so we got your 3 messages, and now let's go ahead, as always, and pull some tarot cards for you. Oh, not tarot cards, but your charms for you guys. Let's see, what does my pile 1 with the mermaid pendant need to know? Okay, so see, what are the extra messages that we have here? Let's see, you will soon meet the person you admire, and so the numbers here are 3, 4, 16, 18, 44, and 45. So any of those numbers might be significant for you or something in regards to this week. Then you will always live happy if you live with heart. And the other one we have is trust in the union of intelligence and integrity. So integrity is very important for you guys in this week, especially since, this honest right here is really jumping out to me. Be honest, be true to your heart, and, trust in what you know and what you feel is right and what aligns with your integrity. Let's see, what else do we have here? Interesting. Oh, my light just went out. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick. Alrighty, that's much better. So let's go ahead and flip this over and see what we got hiding under there. And it says, my opinion is that you never find happiness until you stop looking for it. Wow. So I definitely feel like, since we had that hiding right underneath here with the, of course, the pentagram and then these 2 crystals, I feel like, for some of you who are, you practice witchcraft or anything along those lines, working some magic, especially in regards to this full moon, is going to be very important for you. I definitely feel like working on like the root chakra as well as your throat chakra, and just in generally working with crystals. Use crystals in regards to this. And I feel like you guys, again, you're going to be, rising to a new sort of perspective in this week. You're going to be realizing something, I feel like, and it might require you to take a moment to sort of stop and relax, kind of step away from the busyness. Maybe you're trying to make a decision on something, and maybe it requires kind of taking a chance, but make sure that whatever it is not, again, kind of infringing on your integrity. Because then we have this little dinosaur here. So again, that makes me think of maybe something from the past memories, past lives. But I also feel like, since this is like a little T-Rex, maybe like predator versus prey, a situation like that in this week. So just be very aware, because I feel like there might be a person who's trying to kind of, again, mess with your integrity in some way, or maybe they're trying to sway your opinion on something. But other than that, I feel like, again, you guys, it's so important for you to stay strong and in your place of power, defend sort of your opinion on things, and again, celebrate you and your own uniqueness. And again, embracing your magic, I feel like, is really important in this week. So let's go ahead now and also look at your tarot. Oh my God. We have the Knight of Swords. We also have the Three of Pentacles, and then we have the Page of Swords. That is crazy. So much sword energy, and it's really interesting because we have this knife here, which made me think of like the Page of Knives, or however you want to say it. And so looking at this, I definitely feel like, again, there's somebody coming in possibly for you in this week. If this doesn't represent you, if you are not maybe an air sign here or maybe an earth sign, this is somebody coming in very fast, very determined, and they're very good with their words here, because we have also the Page of Swords. So again, I feel like watching out for gossip in this week. Don't sort of get involved with that. Again, focus more on what you are trying to achieve in your own study, especially with something like the Three of Pentacles. So that is, obviously a call for you guys to, you're going to be working with other people in this week. And you're working on your craft. You might have some sort of creative side business that you're working on. And again, I feel like it can go one of two ways for people, where there's somebody, an older figure, maybe presenting information to you, trying to help you learn something. And again, what feels right to you when it comes to that advice. Follow your gut instinct with that, your wisdom here with the owl appearing. And again, we have the full moon here. So yeah, I definitely feel like you guys should do some sort of ritual here on the full moon on the 14th with Pisces. I definitely feel like that is something that's going to be really important for you, because it's going to help you either if there's something you want to release, or there's something here you want to grow and work on. I feel like business-wise with the Three of Pentacles. And since we had that overall energy of the King of Pentacles appearing, I definitely feel like this is a good week to put some work in your material area. I want to clarify, I think, that Knight of Swords a little bit more. Yeah, so with the Page of Pentacles here, this is all about showcasing talents, demonstrating abilities for advancement, testing skills, pursuing goals, vigilance, language skills, proving abilities, preparation, practicing a skill, beginnings of independent thinking, preparing for action. And then we have the Knight of Swords here, which is definitely action. So that is, again, I feel like you guys should definitely be working on your craft in this week, and don't get sort of too distracted by maybe other people's opinions or, gossip. Again, with this message here, my opinion is that you never find happiness until you stop looking for it. So stop, looking for the end goal and like trying to, again, I feel like you guys have something you want to work on here. Don't focus so much on what the end result of that be, but just the process of actually working on it. Because once you stop and you just enjoy the moment of just working on the craft itself, whatever it may represent for you, maybe it's writing and maybe it's spell work, however it is. Again, I feel like this is not so much your main career, but it's more related to sort of something side related. Some sort of side study for those of you who are in school, a side hobby that you want to turn into a career, something along those lines. A secret project perhaps, because again, I'm getting this sense of being kind of like quiet in your own space, kind of isolated, but not in like a bad way, but in order to protect what it is you're working on and really give all your whole full attention to it. So yeah, when you're just in that space thinking about that, that's where the happiness will sort of just spring up on you, because you won't even be paying attention to the end goal. That's what I'm trying to explain there. But yeah, with the Knight of Swords, that's swift action, aggressive energy, self-assured, sudden changes, boldness, courage, ability, skill, incisive career activity, bravery, heroic action, quick quick fruition of ideas, implement. Why am I not being able to say that? Again, you guys are probably better with your words than I am right now with all of this air energy. But yeah, it's basically like bringing your ideas to fruition with this Knight of Swords. But again, I feel like be aware of maybe a certain person who is maybe a little too aggressive. Maybe they're trying to get something out of you, or maybe they're just like aggressively wondering, oh, what are you up to? Like, what are you secretly working on? Oh, tell me. Don't tell them. Just, keep focusing on you. That's what I'm definitely getting off that right now. So let's also now move on and talk about the rest of the week for you guys and get more clarity on what other energies might be involved in this week for you. For September 9th to the 15th, what else does my group ones need to know for this week? What other energies might be involved? Alrighty, so we got a bunch of cards here, so let's go ahead and talk about what we have. So we have the Nine of Chalices. We have, oh my God, the Ace of Swords. Are you kidding me, guys? We also have the Nine of Pentacles. That's crazy. You have 2 nines already. We have another sword here, which is the Ace of Swords. A lot of sword energy. We also have the Three of Swords. We have the Five of Wands. See? Oh, wow. The Empress, the Tower, and the Hangman. Wow. Oh, this is a crazy week for you guys. Definitely. So, a lot of sword energy again for you guys. So, there's a strong idea here that you might either be dealing with an air sign in this week, or you yourself are an air sign, or you have a strong placement of air. Maybe a dominant element of air in your chart. Again, when we're talking about this Knight of Swords, it was talking about swift, sudden change, and that's definitely here with the Tower. I feel like something's going to happen in this week that, again, is going to really shift your perspective. Again, we had that overall energy of the Ten of Swords as well for this week in the collective, and so that is, the endings of something. So I feel like, some situation here, you're going to change your mind about it. It's not going to align with you anymore. And you just need to kind of go off and take some time to yourself. Again, with that Page of Swords and then the Hangman here. You need to just trust in your plan. And again, don't worry so much about the end result of it. You've already taken the action. It's already out there in the universe. You just need to keep focusing on the here and the now and just let that prosperity come to you in its own time, I feel like. Because, we also have the Three of Swords here. So again, don't wallow so much on past heartbreak, or maybe there would be a situation here where, again, maybe the harsh cutting words of another person is going to be involved. Don't listen to it. Don't let it damage, again, your integrity or what it is you want to achieve. You just need to move away from that. Because again, I feel like there's going to be possibly for some of you some sort of social situation here. It could be a work situation, just something dealing with a lot of groups of people, so either family, friends, or work colleagues, and everybody's sort of arguing, they were maybe gossiping, and people are trying to get their point across, but it's just not coming through clearly. And I feel like normally I would say, oh, then you need to be the mediator in that situation. But I feel like for you, the best thing is just to walk away from the situation, because we have some really fantastic cards here. Because again, you have the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like, again, you're working on your craft. You want to build something here. And yes, it is going to require help, maybe in some ways, from another person, maybe some advice that is actually useful. But again, use your own discernment with, the Page of Swords as well as the Knight of Swords, your intellect and your integrity, because we have a new beginning coming through here with the Ace of Swords. The truth of a situation is coming out, and you'll understand which direction to go in now. I feel like, because that's kind of, again, this Five of Wands energy. It's kind of confusion. Nobody knows what the right direction is that they're supposed to be moving in here. They're kind of lost on the trail. And so I feel like you will finally find the truth of the situation with that Ace of Swords and know what direction to point yourself in. And it's going to lead you to becoming this Empress energy, embracing your creativity, your feminine half, Again, working with the moon in regards to that. And it's going to lead you to feeling very fulfilled with this Nine of Pentacles, materially secure, enjoying life. And even the same with the Nine of Chalices, emotionally stable and fulfilled, enjoying the luxury that you have built around you. Again, I feel a very strong sort of independent energy here. And again, so there's definitely, the possibility of implementing some new grand idea that is being birthed in your mind, and you really want to invest that time and that study into making it grow with the Empress energy. So now let's go ahead and move into your oracle cards for this week. And so in regards specifically to the full moon in Pisces, the harvest moon that we have in this week on the 14th, I pulled the card Boundaries, card 12, which adds up to a 3. Look at that. Okay, now I feel like we need to go back and talk about that Three of Pentacles a little bit more, because I think that is where that's coming through strong for you guys. Yeah, so with the Three of Pentacles, it's celebrity from skills, apprenticeship pays off, contacts, skills, artistic talent, powerful support, rewards, renown, business opportunity, possible pregnancy. Wow, and you have the Empress here. So, of course, you are a woman. There's a strong possibility maybe in this week you'll find out that you are pregnant. Maybe you're giving birth. Or again, it's the possibility of, again, some sort of business opportunity. And again, it's that emphasis on artistic skill. So again, I was correct in thinking that this had to do possibly more so with a side hustle that you're doing. It's not so much whatever your day-to-day career is to pay the bills, but it's some other side passion that you have that you really are being called to in this week to invest more time into and study into, because it can lead you to sort of the material success and prosperity that you want, the security. And more joy and happiness. I mean, that is what you want here, again, but you can't be focusing so much on it. You just need to kind of enjoy the moment and just investing in the skill itself. And so, especially with something like boundaries here, I feel like that's totally related to that. It's important for you guys in this week, if you're going to be spending time sort of focusing on that side hustle, to keep it to yourself and making sure that, certain individuals don't cross your boundary in this regard. So yeah, judging that what you need and what you don't need allows you to place healthy boundaries. You teach people how to treat you. Judge what is healthy and right for you with clarity and care. Simplify. And so the crystal that is good in regards to this card is obsidian. So again, you're protecting your aura, you're protecting your energy from negative people. Again, with that Three of Swords, with the Tower, with the Hangman, this is totally related to this boundary cards. You're looking at the landscape of your life in this week and really being discerning about what is it that I don't need and I need to let go of and release and leave in the past, and what is important to me now. Be discerning, make those judgments, and then put out the boundaries and make sure that, make it very clear that this is a boundary that other people will not cross. Again, protect your energy in this week, I feel like, is important. So we also have, this card of Translucence, which is card 33. Again, big emphasis on the number 3, because the Empress is a 3 as well. You have the Three of Pentacles. You also have 9s, which we know are, what is it? What is the word I'm looking? You get what I mean, I think. So love the darkness. So with this card, it's really talking about, it's time to enter the underworld. You have been existing on the superficial plane for too long, and balance is required. Be like the goddess Persephone, who descended into the underworld. In the patriarchal myth, it is said that she was stolen by Hades, but this is not true. A goddess that powerful wouldn't be taken against her will. She willingly chose and decided to enter the underworld and choose Hades. The Maiden of Translucence has her eyes closed. Like the Fool of the traditional tarot deck, this is the card signifying the beginning of a life's next magical adventure. She is letting go, and her winged bird steed is preparing to plunge into the cracked earth opening up before them. The forest branches beckon, come this way. When the translucence appears, it's also time to redefine your own parameters, your own boundaries. Again, totally lining up. Protect your sanctuary and willingly take the journey into the unknown inner verse of you. Feathers are shedding and the hand is beckoning. Take the journey. This card is saying it is time to fall in love with the darkness. So again, this is all about getting in tune with, again, your inner self and really, again, trusting in the journey. Also, your shadow self. It's really interesting because what I'm feeling is this weird kind of flush. It almost feels like when you're getting sick or something, it's hot and cold all at the same time. So you guys might be feeling a lot of that. Maybe you're going through some sort of energy shift in this week, like a big one, and it's going to leave you feeling again, you need to take a rest, you need to take a retreat, and you need to build up your boundaries here with that with both of these cards, really. And so with these cards, there are specific rituals, which I was definitely recommending that you guys do that. So I'll go ahead and show the ritual here up on screen, if I can get this to focus. So I'll go ahead, hold this up for a bit so you guys can pause the video, read it, take notes if you would like to go ahead and do this ritual, especially in regards with this full moon. So yes. Let's go ahead now and move on to your healing card, which is, look at this, card 23, Patience, which is a 5, and you also have the 5 of Wands. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of a big message, I feel like, overall for your cards. It's kind of this sense of you're going through a shift, you're going through a change, you want to start building and kind of changing your direction, and it's so important in regards to that to just have patience. It's not going to all happen overnight. It's going to be a step-by-step process, and so you need to be gentle with yourself in regards to that. You must develop patience in all areas of your life. Patience does not mean that you give up and do nothing. On the contrary, you need to be aware of several aspects of the circumstances you are facing. Patience requires you to stop pushing, rushing, and creating potentially explosive situations. Instead, it asks you to see the bigger picture and become aware of the ingredients that might be missing. If you are impatient with a particular person, instead, give them space. Avoid jumping to conclusions and making up dramatic stories about a person or a situation without being aware of all the details. You have an opportunity to let go of judgment. Okay, so with that right there, I felt a strong sense, again, going back to integrity. Don't buy into maybe a certain gossip or certain thing that you hear about another person, and then you kind of, it maybe triggers you, it maybe makes you angry or upset, and maybe you kind of go off on that person because you listened to sort of a rumor or what maybe another person was trying to steer you into believing, and it's going to end up really damaging your integrity and, the trust that other people will put in you. So again, don't jump to conclusions and really seek out the details for yourself and really be discerning. Again, I feel like always look for the truth of the situation, not what someone is saying or doing, but why. Again, that's that Ace of Swords, the truth. It's a double-edged blade. You can either use it for love and positivity and finding the truth of the situation, or you can use it for negativity, Patience can also be connected to a health condition you are recovering from, a new diet or an exercise program you have embarked on, or a new course of study you may have begun. Again, I feel like you guys are starting a new course of study for some of you. Also, I feel like for some of you, maybe you were recently sick or something and you're recovering from that, and you gotta just have patience. Because again, I was getting that weird feeling with that when I was reading this card in regards to that. So your final card that I have here before I do a little extra little special thing for you guys in this reading for today's video, I pulled a very special message just for you guys who picked this mermaid charm from the Myths and Mermaid deck. And look at this, we have card 44 and then you had card 33. So again, we have a lot of master numbers happening right here. So let's go ahead and see what this special message is that the mermaids wanted to tell you today in regards to your week of September 9th through the 15th. So what did they have to tell you here? Expand your timeline. You know, trilobites are ancient creatures who once roamed our oceans for millions of years. And it's really interesting when, you know, they're talking about that, because we also had that dinosaur charm here, which is definitely related to this. So over time, they have become but fossil memories. Just as it took millennia for them to change, so too your situation will take much longer to mature than you originally thought. Again, it goes right back to that patience. Take heart, however, this time will do you good. Take this opportunity to meditate on your past and future actions, consider your words, and perhaps even rehearse your lines over and over again until you have everything just right. But more importantly, do not rush. Take your time and let each situation ripen in its own way. You may not know precisely what you are waiting for, but worry not. The time will not be wasted. Mentally expand your timeline and make good use of your wait. Wow, guys. It just reiterates everything else that's been going on here in your pile. I also forgot to share with you guys for that patience card. These cards, for these healing cards, I mean, they also have little kind of like rituals and practices to do in regards to the card you receive. So here's the action to take in regards to this patience card. This might be another one that is good for you guys to, you know, do in regards to this week, at any point in this week, as well as with, of course, the full moon that we have on the 14th. So go ahead, pause the video, you know, write this down if you also want to take note of it. And finally, the last little thing I'm going to do here for you guys, because I recently finally found a rune set that I absolutely love, and I want to pull at least one little rune here for you guys in regards to your week. What is the last little extra message? Oh, wow. Oops. So we have, let's go ahead. I believe this, you say it Othula. I'm still learning how to pronounce all the runes, so please don't come for me in the comments, but let's go ahead and see what this rune is talking about for you guys in regards to this week. Othala, yes. So this is representing goddess, prosperity, love, and plenty. It's the rune of possessions. So it represents those items that you have or will be acquiring. That's very 9 of Pentacles kind of energy right there. You know, it talks about something maybe you possibly inherited, including property, possessions, or character traits. You know, it could be that you're feeling very inspired in this week, which I definitely think is the case. You know, help from an older person or old friends. You know, it generally represents property and legacies. You know, going back to maybe your land of birth, your spiritual heritage, certain values. Again, going back to your integrity, I feel like. And that was something I talked about when I looked at this 3 of Pentacles for you guys. I feel like maybe there's going to be some sort of advice or guidance you will receive from an older person or an old friend, as this sort of rune is suggesting here. So, you know, again, taking a spiritual or physical journey with this one as well. You know, shedding the old. It's totally, this is the rune that represents what you're going through in this week completely, because it's totally related to the spiritual, to the physical, and your material possessions, which I feel like is all kind of related to what you're dealing with here and what it is you're moving towards growing. So again, that is overall what I'm seeing for you guys in this week. You know, if this reading resonated for you, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below what you thought about it, and let me know how it shapes up for your week. You know, feel free to check out all the links down in the description if you would like to help and support the channel, and if you would like me to do more with the runes here on my channel. This was just something I was testing out. Let me know that as well. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Hello, everyone. And so if you chose pile 2 with this unicorn pendant, let's go ahead and jump into pulling your overall energy for this week of September 9th through the 15th. Let's see what's going on for the overall energy with the tarot for you guys. Let's see. What do my pile 2s with the unicorn pendant need to know in regards to this week? What do they need to know? Okay. One more card. All right, so we've pulled those. So now let's go ahead and dive into your charms here. So let's see what you guys need to know. All right, so we have quite the bit of messages here. So what does it have to say? We have, you will enjoy good health and be surrounded by luxury. We also have, in the beginning is you, in the middle is you, and in the end it's you. So we also have, you will soon meet the person you admire. Lucky numbers are 3, 4, 16, 18, 44, and 45. We then have, love is an experience of infinity. We also have, you will always live happy if you live with heart. So again, coming from your heart, following through with your heart. And again, I feel like self-love is important for you guys in this week. Also, material stability. I'm feeling like really creative ideas are coming in really swiftly. It's going to be really exciting. I feel like the birth of an idea for sure. Very Empress energy right here. Kind of similar to group 1 in some ways. I also have this Guinness little cap here. So foreign exchange. So maybe some sort of message from a foreign land, or maybe you'll have some interest in somewhere that is foreign. Also, possibly music. Pay a lot of attention to music that you hear, especially on the radio, especially foreign music. Again, I feel like kind of embracing yourself and your all aspects of yourself, including the shadow, trusting even in the darkness that you'll be able to be guided through and find the right path forward. Again, spiritual guidance is coming through. Whatever inspiration is coming through to you in this week, it's being guided from your guides and from spirit. Maybe even pay attention to fairies, maybe fairy tales, Ireland, possibly, just overall achievement, speaking your truth, but it's coming from the heart. Again, maybe a blue moon is significant for you guys. Bats as well. Again, using sound to guide you. Maybe a lot of you guys are musicians, or maybe you're going to be practicing in some sort of musical field. Possibly. I don't know. You tell me what resonates. So let's go ahead and look at your cards that we have here. So, wow. Look at this. We got the Ace of Wands. This is fantastic. Definitely. Because this is totally aligning up with some sort of inspiration, creative ideas. This is the energy of just go and do it. It's fiery. It's passion. It's spiritual. But we also have an interesting next 2 cards here. We have the 9 of Swords. We also have the 7 of Swords. So, oh my God. Okay, this is gnarly right here, guys. Look at that. Look inside the window. What is that? It's a bat, and you literally have the bat charm. Oh my God. Okay, so this is definitely related to... You're going through a shift in this week, or maybe you have been going through this. It's kind of like a dark night of the soul. I feel like you're going through. You're really caught up in your mind. Maybe it's something that somebody said or they did to you. Again, with that 7 of Swords as well. Let's see. But yeah, maybe you're having a lot of trouble sleeping. Maybe your dreams have been kind of unpleasant, and you're just trying to... You need to clear that up for sure. I think you need to not stress out so much, because something grand is coming for you. It might start in this week, or it may be coming after this week, I feel like, with this Ace of Swords. And again, you just have to trust, you have to meld with that darkness that you're feeling with, and you just need to work through it and accept the feelings that come through that and recognize them. And then through that sort of recognition with whatever it is you're feeling, whatever is causing this stress, when you recognize it, only then you'll be able to truly face it head on and then release it. So with this Seven of Swords over here, it's talking about using strategy and creativity, self-confidence, diplomacy, tact, success through perseverance, creative action, forces change, new plans, fortitude, cunning, guile, clever approach to opposition, disarming opponents with mental skill. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, you guys are strongly getting some sort of creative idea coming through, and it's going to require you to be very crafty with it because you need to take action on it. And again, I feel like maybe there's some other person that's been making you kind of do some self-doubt here. Maybe it's even yourself with this Nine of Swords. And so you need to pull yourself out of that through perseverance and taking some creative action, maybe to sort of get you out of this depressed state. For some of you, this may or may not resonate. Doing some sort of creative outlet to express what it is you're feeling, kind of like art therapy or something, or maybe playing music or singing. Again, it doesn't necessarily, you're not doing it for any sort of gain, or you're just doing it for the sole purpose of releasing whatever it is that you're feeling, releasing the stress, releasing sadness or anger. It's just an action to take to help you move through this like kind of dark night of the soul is what I'm feeling like. Again, let's go ahead now and also pull 7 cards to represent some more specific energies that are happening for you guys in this week. Get more clarity on this situation. Let's see what you guys need to know for my pile 2s. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. You know what? I'm going to take those. All right, guys. So you have a ton of extra messages here. So let's go ahead and go. Wow, you have the Star. We have the 6 of Pentacles. We also have the Lovers. We have the 8 of Swords. We also have the 2 of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 10 of Chalices. We also have the 3 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles. Wow, 2 10s. Oh my God, 10 of Wands as well. 3 10s. And then the Novice of Wands, which would be like, oh wow, that would be the Knight of Wands. That's crazy because I was talking about foreign communication, and that's really what the Knight of Wands represents. It's also, again, creativity, passion, drive, fire. And again, this is kind of representing that an individual from a foreign land or a foreign place, or you traveling to a foreign place or a foreign land. Something just foreign to you is definitely involved in this week. We also have 3 10s. We also had the overall energy of the 10 of Swords as well in this week. So literally, this is a big week for you guys in regards to endings and completions of stories here. So I feel like, you know, we have something like the 8 of Swords in addition to the 9 of Swords. And the 2 of Swords, like, you guys have been really going through a major, again, kind of like Dark Night of the Soul. I'm just going to keep using that. And feeling kind of, again, kind of stuck in your current situation, and you're not knowing how to direct yourself out of it. Again, there could be maybe another person involved with this who's kind of blinding you to what it is you need to make a decision on here, because that's what the 2 of Swords is about. Not only that, you also have the Lovers, which is also all about making hard choices here. Really making a decision about what path you're going to follow here. Again, it is also related to romantic, possibly, relationships. Maybe that's what this Knight of Wands represents. Maybe this is a new person coming into your life that is going to be helping you through this process. Because we also have something like, you know, like the 6 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. So I see this as, again, charity in some ways, maybe towards you, some sort of financial security coming in, or just maybe it's not necessarily financial, but it's just a solid, grounded security for you. It's that earth energy, and it's going to help you I feel like there's people who are going to help you with this process on what it is you're wanting to build here with the Three of Pentacles. Because we also have, again, the Star. So you're going to be able to totally come out of this situation and feel rejuvenated and healed with the Star, as well as an understanding that once you make this decision, you can follow your dreams. Your dreams, your wishes are going to be granted here with the Star energy. And it's also being guided by the Wheel of Fortune. This is sort of I feel like, kind of an overall energy for you guys that is part of what you're struggling with, because the Wheel of Fortune, it's fate, and it's ever turning, it's ever moving, and it's always this process of ups and downs, highs and lows. And so right now you're in this low state, I feel like, for most of you, if this is resonating, and you're about to come back out of it. Because again, it's just part of the process. It's part of your ascension here of embracing, I feel like, your own magic. Because then we have, again, the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. So maybe 111 is important for some of you guys, or the number 10. Again, releasing some of the responsibilities that maybe you've been holding on to that are actually, other people need to take responsibility for. You don't need to take responsibility for it. Clearing out shop. Again, I feel like going through decluttering, as well as discovering sort of hidden gems, maybe in your family line here with the 10 of Pentacles. And again, we have the happy family card essentially with the 10 of Chalices. So fulfillment in maybe family groups or friend groups, just overall a happy sort of celebration. The rainbow appearing after the storm is what I'm getting a strong feeling of here for you guys. So with that said, is there anything else I'm getting off these? Let's go ahead and move on now with your oracle cards here to get more clarity on the situation. And so for the cards that I pulled specifically in regards to the full moon in Pisces for you guys, we have literally card 6 with self-love, and then we have card 11 with fear. So yeah, there's a huge sense of fear around you guys right now, I feel like, or this is something you've been dealing with. You're kind of stuck, again, kind of in your shell, and you need to come back out of that and kind of re-engage with the world. Re-engage really with yourself, with self-love. So let's go ahead and talk about these. Starting with that fear card, because I feel like that's what we need to talk about first. So the waxing Gibeus here with fear. The time for courage is here. Fear is only useful if it teaches you something. You must examine whether your fears are old or new, useful or unhelpful. Fear blocks flow. So yeah, your flow is being blocked here. And again, it's something that's happening from your mental state with that 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. So you need to kind of reevaluate what is going on. Again, are these old fears? Do they even apply to where you are now moving towards? And so the stone that might be, the stone that is useful for you guys in this regard is aquamarine. So aquamarine is all about communication, your throat chakra. And we even have, this piece of glass right here that is a very similar color to that. Then we have the waxing crescent moon with self-love. So this is what's going to help you through this, I feel like, for sure. So self-love, radical self-love is necessary. Empowerment starts from the inside out. Do not compare yourself to others. Start your change with focus and love of self. So again, with that 9 of Swords there, don't be focusing and comparing yourself too much to somebody else's journey, because you don't know everything that they've gone through. You haven't seen all of their dark nights of their soul. So don't be trying to compare yourself. Again, just focus on you and really showering yourself again with that self-love to help empower you. So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. So, okay, you got 3 of these. We have card 17, commune with the source. We have card 10, another 10 appearing, become a loving mirror. And then we have card 3, detox, cleanse and restore yourself. Totally goes back to that fear and that self-love card we were just talking about in regards to, this is definitely something huge you need to work on with this full moon. And with this card 10, become a loving mirror. Again, I'm pretty sure that is referencing self-love. Yeah, it's all about having, appreciation for yourself, and that way you can have appreciation for other people. Detoxing. liberating yourself. It's time to be brave and put your fear, resentment, jealousy, and anger aside and delight in the joy of others. Trust and know that by this simple contemplation and observation, your own heart is healed and restored, and your life will reflect the joy and success you see around you perfectly and uniquely. So again, that goes back to not comparing yourself to other people. Instead, celebrate, honor other people's achievements, have joy and happiness for them, because that is going to bring about good karma and good feelings for yourself. Again, become a loving mirror. The self-love and happiness you show yourself and to other people, again, it's going to be reflected back and forth between that. With the detox, clearly, it's time to declutter. So maybe you need to declutter your space, do a little bit of like an autumnal cleaning here. Switch up, work on your health, maybe clean up your diet, whatever it may be. Clean up, maybe using less social media, because that's a big thing that can affect like how much you're comparing yourself to other people. Maybe take a detox from the internet, from social media, cut it out, electronics, whatever it may be, certain substances. Try not to be overindulging. Communication in excess is toxic too. So it's time to be quiet and consider your authentic self and create space to heal and deal with life up to this point. So also going back to that becoming a loving mirror, all three of these cards have rituals involved. So I'm going to go ahead and show those all up on screen right now. They might be helpful for you guys to use, especially in regards to this full moon. So you can go ahead and pause this, make notes, write it down if you would like to help, working with these. So, and then for the detox, the ritual we have here. All right. And then finally, for commune with source, this is all about getting in touch, again, both with yourself as well as your guides, with nature, going outside, communing with the raw, authentic self that was you when you were sparked into this existence. Yeah, getting in touch with your higher self, also getting in touch with your shadow self. It's all of this sort of internal self-work. I'm really feeling that strongly with you guys. So here is the ritual in regards to that card as well. So there you go. Let's go ahead now and move on to your healing card, which also has some actions for you to take as well, and see what this healing card is. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Card 26, letting go. Oh, wow. You guys, it's totally a huge time for you to let go of whatever it is you're holding on to that's really stopping your flow, putting you into a negative mind frame or lack mindset or depression, whatever it is. It's just time to, this situation has served its purpose. You're being challenged to change your point of view and to recognize that this particular relationship has run its course. Although you might be afraid to let go, the universe has a new opportunity for you, which will allow you to experience the kind of passion and satisfaction you have always dreamed of. Saying goodbye is never easy and can make you feel like you are a failure. You must not allow yourself to be persuaded by other people or your own doubts to keep holding on. Focus on opening your heart to a new opportunity. Leave the baggage of past mistakes behind you. It's important for that during the letting go process, you are gentle with yourself, going back to self-love. Allow yourself to have alone time. Write, meditate, paint, sing, dance. Going back to doing some creative action. I was talking about that earlier to help you through this process. Again, writing, meditating, dancing, whatever it is for you. It's just a form of expression that is maybe not necessarily related to verbal communication. I think that's important for you guys. So let's see what else. Do whatever you can to heal and let go of the pain that is holding you back. Recognize that your spirit is beckoning you to grow. Yeah, this is all for the purposes of growing here. So here is the specific action that this card recommends you taking. All right, so the final card, before I move into a little extra special thing that I'm just trying out for this video, we have a special message that I pulled just for you guys for the group with the unicorn, and that is a message from the unicorns to you guys, and it is card 18 with magic. There is magic around you, so expect excitement and joy. Again, embracing your own magic and really just, again, trusting that everything is going to work out in the best possible way for yourself. You don't need to know the specifics. You just have to trust that everything is going to work out. I feel like trust in the magic, work some magic into your life. Again, that's part of doing some sort of action that's going to help you in this process of letting go, for sure, because I feel like there's treasures here for you to discover. And it's going to help you if you do all of this by the end of the week. I feel like with that full moon, you're going to feel so much more joyous and kind of in control of what it is you're doing next. So with that said, let's go ahead and do the last little thing that I want to do. Is that I recently finally found a set of runes that I felt drawn to, and I'm super happy with them. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one rune for you guys and see what additional last little thing the runes want to tell you in regards to your week here. What do my group twos need to know? Okay, so this rune just wants to come out a ton today. So this is, I believe you say Othala. And so this is the rune talking about, it's goddess, it's prosperity, it's love, it's plenty, ancestral property, which is very much related to that 10 of, you guys had the 10 of Pentacles. So this is a very 10 of Pentacles kind of rune. Its values, its spiritual and physical journeys, land of birth, again, maybe traveling someplace foreign, its values, it's shedding the old, it's letting go of what no longer serves you. And it's all about, again, possessions. It is even going to character traits. So maybe something you're going through is actually related to maybe something that stems from your family line. So maybe look into that. It could also represent help coming from older people or old friends, a legacy of some sort. Maybe you're inheriting something in this week. Maybe, again, you're going through that process. If you do that decluttering, like I suggested, of your actual physical space, you might actually find out something about your own legacy or your family, or maybe you'll find some long lost journals or letters, or I don't know, something that is going to help clear out a situation for you. It's going to help you in this process of letting go of something, I feel like, for you guys somehow. So yes, that is what I'm seeing for you guys for my group twos with the unicorn charm here. If this reading resonated for you, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below what you thought about it, how the rest of your week goes on, and feel free to check out all of the links down in the description if you would like to help and support the channel. And if you would like me to keep adding in rune casting into future videos, also let me know that. I'm still, of course, learning them, and there's just so much to learn about them. They're fantastic. I absolutely love this form of divination so far. So, yep, I will go ahead and see you guys in the next one. All right, for those of you who picked the third and final group with the Wolf Moon Pendant, let's go ahead and start off by pulling the overall sort of energy tarot message for you guys for the week of September 9th through the 15th. So what is it my group threes need to know about for this week? What is it that you guys need to know about? Okay. So let's go ahead now and also pull your charms for this week. Let's see what's going on for my group threes. Alrighty. So it's interesting. We got this Sagittarius charm inside here with Optimist, and it says we can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. So I think that's a huge message right there. Maybe you are a Sagittarius or you have Sagittarius somewhere in your chart. This is a message to be optimistic. Don't sort of fall into this old past negative thinking in this week. Stay optimistic. September is a big month for what we think manifesting, I feel like, in our physical reality. So keep that in mind. Don't be sort of succumbing to, old patterns. Really be aware of sort of what things you do that kind of lead to the same outcome, and that's not really the outcome you wanted. We also have the message of you will enjoy good health. You'll be surrounded by luxury. We also have let things come to you. Wow, that's a big message right there. Trust is the union of intelligence and integrity. So yeah, definitely just stay optimistic, stay in a positive mindset, and just let spirit bring the things that you're manifesting to you. Once you've taken the action and you've put your intention out there, and then you just go about your regular day, maybe there's like a little action you take that's specifically related to what you manifest, and you do that little action every single day. Don't focus again about, I haven't seen the results yet. Why am I not seeing the result? Because you need to let everything happens in divine timing. With this cup here, I feel like this is very representative of the Ace of Cups. So maybe an offer of love is coming towards you, or maybe just a new emotional beginning for yourself, a new creative beginning. Taking care in the way that you present yourself to the world. We also have this teddy bear here, so that might be significant. Memories, how you think, what is, again, reviewing the past. What past actions have you taken that have led to, again, sort of repeats or have changed the course of where you've been going in your life? I feel like there's some sort of surprise, some sort of good luck happening. Again, I feel like it might be related to love in some way, stability, maybe travel by boat, change of season. This fall is going to be important for you in this regard. The ending of summer and the transition to fall, being sensitive to your environment. We also have 2 of these anchors, so the anchor might be significant. I just thought of somebody with an anchor tattoo. Taking care to pay attention to how you're spending your finances, having maybe a lot of pride in this month, or not this month. Well, maybe it is in this month, but in this week as well. I feel like new growth, possibly. Some sort of inspiration. Pay attention to the stars in the sky. Now let's go ahead and also check out your tarot to see what they have to say. Oh, look at this. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. I was talking about that cup in your in your charms, and we literally have the Knight of Chalices right here. And he's super focused on getting that cup, presenting that cup to you. So I definitely feel like maybe in this week there's somebody, or somebody soon at least. Maybe it's going to start in this week. Maybe it's going to manifest starting with, this Pisces full moon. This is a water element right here. Somebody new might be coming into your life. They might be presenting, again, an offer of some sort. They're going to be very charismatic. They're going to be very romantic and emotional because it is that water element. For you, you might also represent that energy, and that means that, again, you're going to be very focused and driven on your goals. And you're going to, again, you're seeking for this ideal, I feel like. Let's see what else we have here. We have the 3 of Wands. So again, you're waiting for your ship to come in. You've put out certain intentions and you're waiting for the return of that. But even while you're waiting, you're not stagnant. Again, travel by sea, or maybe something to do with a boat, maybe sailing. I feel like there's a strong sense of that. Oh, and the last one we have is 3, the Earth Mother, which is literally the Empress. Yeah, you guys are going to get in some sort of message or some just really divine inspiration in this week, I feel like, especially with the 3 of Wands. You're focusing on your goals and you're taking, action towards it. You might be very fertile in this week for those of you who are women, so be very aware because there's a possibility of maybe pregnancy in this week. I feel like, again, reaping the harvest. We're transitioning here from summer to autumn, and it's going to be a very plentiful time, I feel like, for you guys, because I feel like that's when you'll see the return of something. So let's go ahead now and also pull at least 7 cards here to clarify this week and this energy and see what else you might need to know in regards to it. So let's see what else this means. Ooh, are you? Okay, wait. Before I even go on, are you kidding me right now? This is the Novice of Chalices, which essentially is the Knight of Cups. You guys had that twice. Wow. Okay, wait. Before I even keep pulling, let's go ahead and get more clarity on that Knight of Cups here. Wow. Guys, that is crazy. Oh my God. What is going on here? Okay. Yeah, so this is a proposal or invitation of socializing, networking, or making new contacts. Again, I feel like there's some sort of communication coming through. And it's going to lead to, a desired opportunity, maybe, fulfillment, satisfaction in life, especially emotionally. This is artistic direction, romantic or social proposal, invitation, fun, relaxation, opportunity, advancement, emotional sensitivity, developing style, love, and breakthrough. Like, this is really good. There's going to be some sort of breakthrough for you guys in this week. And again, we have that Empress energy as well. So it's going to be abundant. It's going to be fertile. It's going to be everything I think you are searching for in a lot of ways. Yeah, inspiration, harmony with nature, magic, security, beauty, sensitivity, motivation. Yeah, it's all of this is coming through for you guys. So let's go ahead and continue pulling cards for you guys. My group threes. What do you guys need to know? Also, oh my God, are you serious here? Oh my God. Wow. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. You guys have quite the exciting week right here. This is crazy. So the next card that came out was the Moon. Literally, and this is the Pisces card, and we have a full moon in Pisces. You guys definitely need to work with this Pisces full moon. Do something, some sort of can't even talk right now. Ritual, possibly, some sort of practice. Go out underneath the moon, bathe in that moonlight. Take a cleansing bath of some sort. Connect to that element of water because it's very strong right here. And this is going to help to illuminate the situation for you because we also have the Two of Wands with the Three of Wands. So that is, again, your eyes are set on the horizon. There's something you want to build here because we also have, we have the Five of Pentacles here and we also have the Six of Swords. So I feel like, maybe in the recent past you felt very, in a kind of lack situation, kind of struggling with material world, finances, health, something along those lines. Some sort of change has happened on that front, and you've made now the decision, and you realize like whatever this is connected to, it was sort of a house on fire. Kind of, it's on fire. There's no way to put it out. I can't put it out alone. So you know what? But you realize that this is an old thing. It's no longer serving you. So you just release it and you just take what is important with you from the situation and you move forward confident. With your eyes on the horizon. You set a new goal for yourself because something was illuminated in that front. And so now we have the Eight of Pentacles. So you're just working on your craft. You're just putting in the work to make, a new foundation for yourself, a new money. Again, while you're waiting for the return of something, there's some sort of proposal coming in. It's like you're still working on things. Not to be stagnant because you've already experienced that. And so you can move forward and you're going to be having a lot of enjoyment. You're going to be meeting up with friends, maybe old friends, reminiscing. Again, this might be a proposal of networking, of some sort of social event that you should definitely go to because with that Three of Chalices and we also have the Three of Wands, this could be the opportunity you've been waiting for. Something's going to happen at this that's going to illuminate something for you and help to maybe meet somebody who's going to help you, especially emotionally, maybe a new love. And it's going to lead to the 10 of chalices, which is literally the happy family. It's completion. It is joy. It's emotional fulfillment. It is a happy home life. It's rainbows and flowers. And even though, you have all this joy and union here with this 10 of cups, families are always going to have their squabbles and their problems, or friend groups will, but you guys are a unified front here. And so you guys could work through it and overcome anything in that regard. So this is a really beautiful message. I definitely feel like for you guys in this week, I'm really excited for you guys with this group. So let's go ahead and also see what is going on for your oracle cards here. I'm really curious. Okay, so we have, for the card I pulled specifically in regards to this Pisces full moon, interestingly enough, we have card 1 with the void, the dark moon. So the dark moon happens actually the day before the new moon happens. So I feel like this is referencing a full cycle for you guys, something you're working on. So let's see. Your time to rest and reset is here. Release all that does not serve you. Stop resisting. The void is a time of possibility, not just darkness. There is nothing to fear in letting go of negative patterns and habits. So let go of the old. Again, that's what I felt like right here with that 5 of Pentacles and that 6 of Swords. You are letting it go. Again, your eyes are set on the future, and you are resting, you are rejuvenating yourself with the full moon. You're just letting those emotions flow through you so that you can release them. And so the stone that might be useful to use in this regard is jet. So let's go ahead now and talk about your next 2 cards that we have here. We have card 34, compassion for others. And then we also have, we have card 12, hex. Be still and allow the enemy to reveal themselves. Wow. So maybe there's some person in your, your sphere of your area that might be trying to mess with your flow somehow. So let's go ahead and talk about this card in particular. So yeah, don't underestimate the impact you are making right now. If you sense resistance and are feeling frustrated or angry in the face of it, don't succumb to feeling powerless. The opposite is true. The Hex Maiden holds her head high, her demeanor calm. She appears to be in contemplative repose. And from this relaxed, non-reactive position, she can best see and feel everything and is well informed. Like her, be on alert, but guard your heart, your opinions, and mask your feelings. Resist the urge to lash out and attack. Stand strong and silent and allow the enemy to reveal themselves. The sun rises on the horizon of the dark sky. The perils of the night are lifting, but there is work to be done to restore balance. It is the winds of change that fan the maiden's hair and stir the obscuring mist to rise up from the valley floor, clearing to show the way ahead. If this card is drawn in conjunction with, you don't have that card, so we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, but remember, when you point the finger, there are 3 pointing back at you. Before you judge others and take a pointive action, consider how you appear reflected in their mirror. If you're brave enough to face them, are you brave enough to face yourself first? It's a crazy message. So let's go ahead and also show you the ritual that you can do in regards to this card. Again, all the next cards I'm going to be showing has some sort of action or ritual that might be good for you guys to do, especially with this full moon that we have. So let me go ahead and turn the page. So go ahead and take your time, pause this video, make notes if you would like to go ahead and do this ritual in regards to this card. And so now let's go ahead and talk about the other card that we have here with compassion for others. What if you were solely defined by your compassion for others and the kindness you extend? How would your life look? How would you conduct yourself if humanity was solely what you were noted for? Consider how your benevolence can extend to other species and creatures. This is a time to empathize with others' journey and to put yourself in their shoes. For better or for worse, the girl pierces her own eyes with the leaf, and in doing so opens the window to her soul and learns from the challenges and gifts of others' journey. She is peaceful and reflective. There is no pain, only greater understanding understanding and greater wisdom. Now is the time to notice others' struggles and help them. Listening with compassion and patience can ease the suffering of another person. Be defined by your willingness to put others' needs before your own, just as you would appreciate they might do in your times of need. So yeah, I feel like a lot of this is kind of referencing this kind of meditative, contemplative state where you're kind of looking, I feel like you're kind of looking at other people around you in your life right now, and it's important not to necessarily make judgments about it. Consider maybe where another person is coming from. Maybe some old friend or maybe an old acquaintance is coming back into your life in this week, and maybe things didn't go so well with them in the past, but you kind of need to look at the situation from, protect yourself, protect your aura, protect your heart. Don't necessarily, if again, that was a situation where it ended bad, don't just necessarily rush into welcoming them back into your life, but kind of put yourself into their shoes and see and feel their energy and see, have they truly changed? And do this all from a place of not revealing what it is you're actually doing when you're kind of like feeling them out, because you guys could be empaths here, especially with all that water energy. So, again, kind of sit back and watch them, and if their intentions are not good for you, they will reveal it to you. Essentially, they're going to slip up somehow and reveal that. So here is the ritual to do in regards to this card here. So let me go ahead and bring that up. So go ahead, pause this video and give this a read. Take notes if you would like to do this. And now let's go ahead and talk about your next two cards, your healing cards. And so, wow, we have an interesting. So maybe in some regards, these two cards are actually referring to your own treatment of yourself, because we have card 2 with self-sabotage, and we have wow. Oh my God, we have card 14 with soulmate. So right off the bat, what I'm feeling like is there is a huge chance right here for a huge amount of possibility and prosperity for you to come into your life. Again, with that 2 of Wands and 3 of Wands, it's going to come in. So please don't self-sabotage yourself. Again, with kind of maybe falling back into this lack mindset with the 5 of Pentacles. Remember, keep moving out of that energy. I also feel like don't self-sabotage a possible new romance that's coming in, because that was a strong emphasis I'm seeing here with all that Knight of Cups. This person could be coming in. So don't necessarily doubt it or sabotage it, or kind of like, what is the word I'm looking for? Believe that it's too good to be true, okay? I feel like that might be something happening here. Let's go ahead and get more clarity on this. So let's talk about that self-sabotage first and foremost. So become conscious of how your inner saboteur functions. You're about to sabotage a big opportunity. And in the rest of your cards, we're referencing a big, proposal or opportunity that could be presented to you in this week. So keep your eyes out for that. Now is the time to stop procrastinating and cease focusing your energy on why you're unworthy of wonderful, enriching experiences. So again, this might not resonate for everybody. I'm just going to say that as well. When you connect to the saboteur archetype, you begin to recognize all the ways you pass up interesting opportunities and relationships, which could make you grow, learn, evolve, and become fulfilled. The saboteur is terrified of change and guards your heart from that which is meaningful to you, with the misguided belief that if you don't try, you can't fail. It forgets that if you don't escape from your comfort zone, you cannot succeed and experience the love and joy which would fulfill you. So again, I feel like a lot of this is moving out of your comfort zone, taking a risk. So on the lighter side, the saboteur can help you connect to your intuition and help you to listen to your deeper wisdom. It can assist you in deciphering a potential dangerous situation from an exciting one. So that might be the other message here, is that maybe for some of you, it could be that you need to work on this, or it's a message here, especially with the moon, that you are, highly intuitive, you have some sort of psychic ability, and so, it's helping to warn you about maybe potentially dangerous situations that you should avoid. But again, just, you know, apply that however it may resonate for you personally. And so here's also the action to take in regards to this saboteur card. So go ahead, you know, pause the video, take some time to read it, write it down if you would like to do it. And so let's go ahead now and move on to this soulmate card, which is definitely the super exciting one here. I feel like it's a beautiful card too. I love it. Open your heart and invite sacred love. Your soulmate is not far from you. To connect with them, you need to open your heart, call them in, and have patience. If you are not ready to accept your soulmate, keep working on self-love. You'll be drawn to your soulmate like a magnet and feel an immense sense of familiarity, like you have known them before. Your capacity to love will increase dramatically, and you will experience higher states of consciousness. No one can touch your heart in the same way that a soulmate can. It is important to note that your soulmate will not necessarily be your partner. He or she may come in a completely different form than you have imagined, but they will offer you incredible wisdom, growth, and expansion. Be aware that we connect with our soulmates when we are ready to truly evolve and move to the next level of consciousness and life experience. We attract them into our lives when we need to open our hearts fully and learn about unconditional love. So yeah, you know, this self-saboteur is kind of talking about the fear of change, and this is really what this is talking about. It's talking about maybe a person, again, coming in who is going to change your life for the better, and so do not fear that change. So the action to take in regards to this card, we will show this here up on screen. So go ahead, pause the video, take note of it if you would like to do this this week or whenever you feel is appropriate for you guys. And so generally, yeah, this is definitely a big message here that for some of you guys who are looking for a soulmate, you want this connection, it is very close to happening. It might happen in this month of September or in this autumn season, you know, when you've worked through maybe this energy or you see the return of something, I feel like, for sure. So let's go ahead now and talk about the extra special messages that I pulled specifically just for your group who picked the Wolf Moon Charm. So we have, look at this, we have Stag, Trust and Thrive, and we have the Medicine Guardian, Be open to healing information. So yeah, first of all green right here. So this is totally heart chakra. You're healing your heart in this week. And, you know, maybe one of your specific guides that is watching over you right now is Archangel Raphael. And so this is definitely a big message. I feel like, again, taking time to do that self-care, that self-love, really be paying a lot of attention to your health in this week and making sure that you are, you know, detoxing, cleansing, and, you know, not doing anything that is going to mess up, you know, with your healing process here. And with Stag, Trust and Thrive. This is strong masculine energy. This is the energy of taking action. And I feel like it's a message here to, again, don't self-doubt. Just trust in your guides, and your angels are here to help guide you, and they're going to help you to thrive, because that is what you're moving into here. You're moving into a thriving state, especially with that Empress energy. So the last little extra fun thing that I'm going to try out for this video is I recently finally found a rune set that I really love, and so I'm going to go ahead and pull one rune for you guys in regards to this week. So let's see what you guys need to know, my group threes, from the runes. Ooh, okay, so let's go ahead and see which rune this is. I'm trying to remember. I'm still, of course, learning all of the runes and all the information about them, and also how to pronounce them. So give me time. So let's go ahead and see what rune this is. So this is Ethwas, which is the Yule. It represents like the yew tree, stability, Yule tree, You get what I mean. Stability, strength, and reliability. So this is a rune of protection. It indicates that your sights, or you've set your sights on a reasonable target and that can be achieved. You know, your goals, whatever goal you've set, it can be feasibly achieved. So good on that. There may be a slight obstacle or delay or minor problems, but it won't cause too much trouble. So don't be too eager to move ahead. The obstacle or delay may very well prove beneficial, or it won't turn out too big. So again, that kind of goes back to that self-sabotage. I feel like maybe if you're not, again, seeing the return of whatever you put out there in a fast time, just slow down and trust that it's going to happen when it needs to happen. And if it turns out to be kind of like an obstacle, don't immediately jump to like, oh, I'm a failure, or this is a negative thing. Like, wait and watch and realize that maybe actually it was beneficial to have that, because maybe that obstacle was presented into your path to either help aid you in healing, or showing you like, hey, there's actually a way better opportunity for you if you just stop and wait a little bit. So that's why we put this obstacle on this other thing. So the advice of this rune is to be flexible. Work with the change. Use your imagination and turn any situation into your advantage. It could have ties to your past, whatever the situation is. It could mean that you will hear from someone from your past, which I've already referenced. Past friends might be reappearing, or past connections, maybe, work colleagues from the past. Sometimes this rune could be referencing, maybe that problems from your past that were not dealt with effectively will be returning. And so they're returning for you to finally to finally complete whatever those things were from the past, and finally, clear them up, clear the air, I feel like is important with this rune. And you're going to be completely protected through that process. It's something to aid you with healing, I feel like, really strongly here. So yeah, overall, this could reference that, there's still delays in whatever it is you're trying to achieve, your goals, but it's for a positive reason, I feel like, with this rune in particular. So just, again, trust that everything that is happening on your path right now, it's happening for a reason. And so just trust it. Don't doubt it. Just keep going with the flow. There's so much water here that I feel like that element of water is so important for you guys. So just go with that flow and just trust that everything is going to work out how it's meant to, and in the time that it's meant to happen. Because again, whatever goals that you've set out, they are achievable. So just, again, but it's not going to happen overnight. You have to give it time. Again, ships are especially like these big ships in this image right here, they're slow moving. They're not necessarily super fast. So again, give things time to grow, to be birthed, to go through their process. And then when the right time comes, you'll be able to harvest it all. And I feel like it's pretty soon. Like that time is coming close, especially in regards to whoever this Knight of Chalices might be. It's coming in soon. And I think it's going to start with, again, first clearing up things from the past, maybe even past life connections might be coming through in this week. So again, big message here, your strongest message is to, again, protect your energy, have compassion for other people and for yourself. And again, don't sabotage yourself if you feel like that is what you're doing. Or again, this is just a message that your intuition is trying to help you to point out situations that might not be beneficial for you. So again, it just depends on how this resonates for you guys. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please do leave a like on the video, comment down below what you thought about it, turn on the bell notification if you don't want to miss any future videos, and check out all the links I have down in the description if you would like to help and support the channel in that way. And if you would like me to, add in more rune casting for future videos, also let me know down in the description, because I would love to do that, and definitely, work more with my runes and present them more to you, help you guys out in that way. So I will see you guys in the next one.